Welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany, your friendly plant-loving internet stranger, back with another video. Today is a really exciting one. I just got back from the farmer's market and I went to a new farmer's market today, new to me. If you didn't know, it's peony season. It is May 4th today as I'm filming this, and I went and got some peonies from a local like a farm stand at the farmers market, and I'm so happy. It was rainy today, and I told myself yesterday, this was my whole plan today, I didn't care, rain or shine, I was going to get these peonies. It's peony season. I wanted some. No shade to the peonies at Whole Foods and at Trader Joe's, but I wanted some locally grown peonies that just drove a couple miles to get to me, as opposed to ones that have traveled across the country to get to me and are not in the best shape. So I'm gonna do a quick haul of all of the things that I got at the farmer's market today, including the veg too, because I got a ton of veg. You know, lately I've been feeling like I need to detox. I have been eating so much processed sugar. My body has been calling for some fresh fruits and vegetables, so I love patronizing my local farmers markets when it's farmers market season. Going today was nice because they had a ton of fresh produce, stuff that was just harvested, and I'm so excited to share with you what I got today. So let's first start with the flowers. I got 2 bouquets. One is a mixed bouquet, and I just put them in some water. I have not unwrapped them yet. Because I literally just got home, but this will be my activity for the rest of the morning. We're getting into late morning now, and I love this. I love arranging my own flowers, but it's such a nice treat to get a bouquet that's already arranged. I will unwrap this one actually because I want to see what all's in here. I was like struggling. I had 2 large canvas bags on each shoulder. I had my flowers. I was like cradling my flowers like an infant, and it was raining and I was trying to navigate. I'm so glad I didn't stop to get a drink before the farmer's market. I saved that until the end when I was getting ready to leave, because I would not have been able to balance picking out all of the things that I want with 2 bags on my shoulders. It's also strawberry season, y'all. It was just, these are the moments I live for, because it makes me excited to have like my own large farm. Like I have a little something. I have a rose bush and I have some herbs and stuff in my backyard, but you know, I'm a city girl right now, and so like I don't have the space to do what I want to do. So going to see all of the fresh produce is really just goals for me. I think about the types of flowers that I would want to grow if I had like a larger space to do that around my home, like to really have a dedicated space to grow all these different flowers and all these different color schemes. Being able to pick them and like have fresh flowers from my own garden, being able to pick like all of the produce and stuff. I got some beautiful radishes today. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm getting distracted. So here's the first bouquet. Oh no, dang, one of my peonies like fell apart, but that's okay. She's still lovely. It's okay. You know, I've been thinking of creative things to do with my petals as they fall, because she just lost a whole head full of petals, which really makes me sad, but it's okay. And then when the lady was arranging my other bouquet, or my other, like, I got 2 bouquets and then I got some single stem flowers, snapdragons, a couple of peonies in different colors. And so when she was arranging or just wrapping up the single stem flowers for me, the wind blew and it just kind of blew the flowers that I had picked out on the ground. A couple of them broke, so I had to like exchange them. So it was a little wild when I was out today. So I'm not totally mad at this. And also I had to put it in my bag at one moment. It's fine, it's okay. This is like the little chunk right here where I just lost some petals, but this is the first bouquet. So pretty. I think I'm gonna put this one, I might keep this one in the living room. One of these is going in my bedroom. I'm not exactly sure which one I want to see. I might do the single stems in the bedroom this week, but this is really pretty. Let's see if I can pick out what's in here. I don't think I can. I see some snapdragons in the back here. I wish I would have taken a picture of like the labels for the single stem flowers. There were some that I had never seen before and they were so pretty. And I'm like, I'm keeping notes in my notes app of like the different flowers that I want to put in my garden in the future so I can start planning for this. Look at this one right here, kind of tucked away. It's like a purple spotted one. That's really pretty. That's really cool. I've never seen anything. I've never seen these before. It looks like it's got some stuff going on the inside, but those are actually little purple spots on the inside. Really pretty. But a big giant peony in the front. We've got one that's already open. I like that I have a variety of ones that are like kind of open. This one just fell apart, like I said, but I have some like this one that are still pretty closed, so I can enjoy it for a little while longer. Then we've got like a, I don't think this is an iris, but it's kind of giving iris vibes. It might be an iris, I don't know. In the back, the purple one there. And then I think these sticking up at the top are more snapdragons. I'm not exactly sure. Not as well versed on the flowers yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So this is the first guy. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. And affordable, honestly, for the peonies, which are pretty expensive. I saw some farmers selling them for $5 a stem. And then this bouquet was $20. It was either 20 or 25, and it's a pretty big bouquet. Pretty big, all local flowers. Somebody just put this together like this morning or yesterday or something. It looks really, really nice. And I'm happy with this. It's so pretty. And it's a lot cheaper if you go get your flowers, like the bouquets, at a farm stand. If you went to a florist to get this, you would be paying a lot more than $25 for a bouquet like this with all of these like premium blooms. This has, I count 3 peonies. 2 are open, 1 is just opening now, and then like a bunch of snapdragons, iris, and some filler flowers. I don't exactly know what these yellow ones are right here, but it's given like filler flower. Just so pretty. So pretty. I will definitely show y'all where I end up putting them. That's the first one. The next one is the basic hot pink peony bouquet. Really, really happy with this one. This one might go into my bedroom. I don't know. Maybe I'll put this one in the bedroom. And then here are the single stems. Oh, look at these. This white one. I got 2 snapdragons here. Really, really pretty. And then this guy over here, which is a little bit darker pink. And then I got this peony that's pretty much open, and then another one that has not yet opened. And they say for these, you're supposed to pick them when it's like closed or whatever. It feels like a firm marshmallow. It kind of has a squish. This one is pretty hard. They said to put it in like warm water and it'll open up over the course of like a couple days. So these are beautiful. I really, really like these. And they're pretty tall. I put them in a taller vase so they don't snap because they're kind of top heavy. So yeah, those are the flowers. Really happy with these. I'm gonna save these petals that I lost. I've been saving petals. I was thinking about like setting some petals or some buds or something in resin, but resin's like very toxic to work with, and I don't know if I want to introduce that into my home. I don't have like a studio to like work in, so I don't really want to do that. Maybe I'll have a little Mod Podge moment with some petals. That might be fun, especially since these are still fairly soft. Okay. Now the flowers were exciting. This part is even more exciting because the quality of this produce was looking so good. Now, it's strawberry season, right? I already mentioned that, so you know what that means, right? You know what I'm about to pull out of this bag. Here they go. Oh, look at these strawberries. Oh, they smell so good. They smell really, really good. I have to eat them like today because I don't think they're going to last much longer than today, assuming they were picked super early this morning or yesterday or something. But they smell so good. and I'm gonna eat these. This is like my indulgent snack for the week, strawberries, which is so funny. You know how much strawberries cost in the supermarket these days. And they were selling them, I think this was like $7 for this little container. And then they have these giant buckets for $35. I'm not about to eat $35 worth of strawberries, but you know, I wanted to treat myself since it is strawberry season. I'm about to eat these strawberries, just straight up, wash them off, eat them. It was so nice, so lovely being in the space with all these like excited people, even in the rain, because they had a bunch of rhubarb out. Now I'm not really familiar with like the taste of rhubarb or how to cook it. I do know that strawberry rhubarb pie is a thing, and so the people were going ham like, oh, I'm gonna make some strawberry rhubarb pie. I only do this once a year. This lady was like over here with her rhubarb, calling up somebody. I don't know, I assume she was calling like her grandma or something, like, hey, I'm at the farmer's market, they got rhubarb, if I bring some over, could you make me a pie? So I just love that energy. Everybody was so excited because like we've been waiting for the season to like really change, and we're in May. Them April showers done brought them, you see the May flowers and the May strawberries. Okay, so I'm really excited to eat these later. I might have some of these with my breakfast because I have not eaten breakfast yet, even though it's like almost noon. I was up early, y'all. I was up early. I'm back home and it's just barely 11:30 a.m. It's 11:38 and I'm back home. Just to give you some perspective, I went a little ways out to the farmer's market this morning, copped all these goodies, brought them back home, and now I'm happily doing this unbagging for y'all. Now look at this. What do you think this is just by seeing the tops of this, right? What you think this is? These are carrots, y'all. Look at these carrots. Look at these carrots. I paid $5 for this big A bunch of carrots. Do you see that? Camera's washing them out, but they're a little, it's a little light-skinned carrot. It's a little caramel cutie carrot. Really, 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 really nice. I'm so excited about these. I'm gonna make a soup. It's not just gonna be any old soup. It's gonna be a medicinal spring soup, and I'm gonna show you what else I'm gonna put in it. I sometimes eat the tops of beets. I don't know that I've ever tried the tops of carrots, so I'm curious. But these carrot tops look so good and so fresh and so clean. Just had a little outcast moment there, but they look really, really good. Again, like I don't think I've ever eaten carrot tops before, but there's a first time for everything. Beet tops, I love me some beet greens. They are so good and so tender. So this, the carrots and the carrot tops are gonna go in the medicinal soup that I'm gonna make. What else? From that same farm stand, that's where I got the strawberries. So I got the strawberries, I got the carrots. I also got this big old bushel of dino kale. This is my favorite kale. This is my favorite kale. Tastes good. It's easy to clean. Easier to clean to me than the curly kale. But this one is so good. So good for you. Packed with vitamin A and vitamin K and all types of. Those are gonna go in my medicinal soup. I'm not gonna put all of this stuff in the soup, but I'm gonna make a big batch of the soup. And it's gonna be like a brothy base, probably with some chicken broth. I think I have chicken broth left. And I'm probably going to end up stir frying some of the veggies too and just eating them with some like quinoa and a piece of fish or something, and roasting some carrots. I'm not going to put everything in the soup, but most of the stuff is going to go in the soup. I got some beets. What did I just say about them beet tops, y'all? I love beets, and these look so good. Now these I will be sauteing and eating. I don't think I'm going to put these beet tops in the soup because I like to eat them. So I'll be stir frying these. And look at the beets. They had these. I don't really know what type of beets these are. I've never seen these. I thought these were like golden beets, but they're more red than golden beets, but not as red as a traditional beet. And I'm trying to shift so y'all can see the true color. There we go. That's the true color of these. So I don't know what I'm going to get when I slice it open. It might be a golden beet with just a little darker, with a tan or something, a golden beet with a tan. I'm not exactly sure, but these are going to get ate up. Okay, I'm going to eat these beets. I'm so excited. Usually when I get like a giant loose beet from Whole Foods, I juice it. But these look really, really good. So I'm going to just roast these. Last thing I got from that stand was stone ground grits. I was just thinking about grits yesterday. I don't have any grits. I try to be careful about eating a lot of like processed corn things. So if I can find stuff like this from a local farm or something, I grab it up. We're not done with this haul yet. All right, got the second bag. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna have to pull my phone out because I had to get the name of these. These three that I'm about to show you were from the same farm stand. These are like gonna be the root of the medicinal soup that I'm gonna make. I took pictures because I knew I was not gonna remember the name of all of these leafy greens and medicinal herbs. I don't really know what to call them. I think one of them might be a medicinal herb, or two of them might be, or maybe they're all leafy greens. I mean, they clearly are, but I don't know how they're like categorized. Ooh, this has a sweet smell. This is called Lovage. This is the first time I've heard of this. It says the benefits is good for the skin, kidney health, arthritis relief, menstrual relief, antibacterial effects. For preparation, stalk and leaf can be added to soup, salad, chopped and used in chicken, fish, or tomato salsa. It kind of smells like something that I've smelled before, and it kind of has a sweet smell, like sweet and musky. I don't know. So that's this. This is Komatsuna Japanese mustard spinach. This might taste good, like raw. I don't know. We'll try it once I get it cleaned up. Benefits: vitamin K, A, C, B1, B2, B6, vitamin E, folic acid, and it's rich in fiber. Not surprised about it being rich in fiber. Iron, minerals, and slow down the process of aging. Okay, I'm not mad at that. It's okay. For preparation, they recommend cooking, such as soup and stew, stir frying it, raw in salad, and saute. Yeah, just the look of it. I mean, it's spinach, so I figured it would be good in salad, but you know how some spinach leaves that gritty taste on your teeth. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but the leaves are very soft and like tender feeling. So I imagine this would be easy to like eat raw. So maybe I will reserve some of this for my soup, for the stir fry, and then to also try it. Okay, so this is the last one I got from that farm stand. So it is kind of like obviously has these yellow flowers that I'm going to eat. We'll see what this little thing says, but the leaves are pretty, they look washed out, almost like sunburnt a little. Not sunburnt, but you know, like if you have leafy greens in the sun, they just kind of wash the color out. That's kind of what it looks like, but I think that might just be the way it's supposed to look. Benefits though, says it's excellent source of iron, vitamins A, C, and K, excellent fiber, calcium, magnesium, preparation, sauteed and stir fry. So we'll definitely be adding some of this. I might eat some of these like by themselves too, maybe with some eggs or something, because I also got some eggs from one of the farmers. These are going to be part of the medicinal soup that I'm going to make, my spring medicinal soup. Got a few more things in this bag. One of my favorite herbs and garnishes, chives. Really excited for these. They had a ton of chives. Then I also got some breakfast radish, French breakfast radish. I think that's what these are called. I really like these. I wish I would have got some toast. I wasn't even thinking about that. I should have got like a loaf of like sourdough toast. That would have been a good farmer's market find, but it's okay. I'm gonna make an egg or something, fry up an egg in a little bit, and make some radish and maybe stir fry some of these greens and have it with it. Will I make some grits? I need to figure them grits out because they might take a long time to cook. You know, Quaker only take like 6 minutes to cook, so I'm gonna have to Google these for real, stone cold, straight off the farm grits, because if they taking like 30 minutes to cook, we might not eat that today. Got some apples. It's also apple season. I feel like apple season in this area is just kind of all times, so that's good. I got Evercrisp and I got something called Gold Rush, which I've never tried before, but they're supposed to be really good. And I think I got one Pink Lady. Yeah, but the Evercrisp are my favorite apples, like that I get from the local farmers markets that I go to. They're so crispy, as the name implies, but they like, it's a really hard apple, and I prefer a very crisp apple with some sweetness and a little tart. So those are right up my alley. Excited to try the Gold Rush. Lately I've been into opal apples, which is another like golden apple, but I've not seen those locally. I've seen those at both Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. But again, like if I can find apples from a local farmer's market, I prefer to get them there, just because I know they were just picked off the tree. I don't have to soak them for 20 hours to get all that glaze and goo off of them. And there's something about the way the fresh picked apples feel, just like they just feel so good in the hand. And I think it is because they don't have all that glaze on them, but it's like a sensory enjoyment moment for me when I pick a fresh apple out of like a barrel of like freshly picked apples at a farmer's stand. Then I got, y'all, this made me so happy. I got chamomile. That's chamomile. So excited. It just smells like rain right now, but if I really get in there, I can smell the chamomile. So I'm gonna attempt to dry some of this. I've never dried chamomile before, but I wanna dry some of it and make my own tea. And I didn't get a ton of other things. I could probably, no, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I could dry some of these like medicinal, these other, I mean, all of this is like medicinal stuff, quiet as it's kept, but some of these other things I was wondering if I could dry them. I should have just got, you know, like they had mint and all that other stuff. Chamomile is great in teas. It is like a relaxing, it encourages relaxation, can have like can be like a sedative, not like a crazy knock you out, but you know, just like calming the nerves type. Yeah, I want to dry some of this. These look really great. I've seen people sell it, but I've never seen them sell it where the flowers are just like blooming like this. This is so pretty. I could also put some of this in a little vase if I wanted to display it, but I kind of want to, you know, dry it and make my tea. So we're gonna see, but I was really excited to see this. Then I got the rainbow shard that I mentioned. Look at these beautiful stems. I love rainbow shard. It's so pretty. Definitely gonna be sauteing this with those beet greens like I mentioned. I got my local eggs from my local hens. I've been buying eggs locally for the past couple of months. I mean, with the eggs shortage, but like if I am at the farmer's market and I see that there are some eggs that a hen just laid yesterday, I'm going to buy them. Last thing, y'all, I want to do a windowsill garden, like herb garden this year. And to help with that, I got some herbs. What did I get, you ask? One of my favorite, I got dill. I love dill. I can't always find it in the grocery store. I tried growing it outside last year from a little container like this, and I had it like in a container outside, and the sun burnt it up. I don't really have like a super shady spot in my garden, so I'm gonna attempt to do this in the window this year. Hopefully, because it's a starter plant, it will work a little bit better, because I think I was attempting my dill from seeds last year. Or maybe I did have one starter plant, I don't remember, but I'm definitely going to be doing the dill in the window along with chives. Now I got the chives that I just showed y'all because I'm going to eat that. I'm going to make some. Do I have potatoes? Please tell me I got potatoes. I wanted to make potatoes tonight. Dang it, I don't think I have any freaking potatoes. All those potatoes were staring me in the face too at the farmer's market, and I forgot. I thought I had 2 potatoes in my refrigerator, but I ate them. I think I ate them last week. So these are my 2 herbs, and I got those 2 because I do eat those a lot. Chives, dill, scallion. I actually have scallion outside that is, I see it growing back from last year, so I didn't eat any of that, and that grows pretty good for me. And then the last thing is a tomato plant. I just have 1 tomato plant. I've grown tomatoes in the past, like cherry tomatoes, and those worked well. I'm not trying to do a really big like outdoor vegetable situation this year. I bought some kits to do indoor growing, like hydroponic type things. I got a microgreen set that I'm definitely going to be filming for the channel when I set that up. I wanted a tomato plant, specifically a San Marzano tomato plant. These are Roma tomatoes. San Marzano tomatoes are really good for you. Whenever I do like a Costco order, I always get, they have like a 3-pack of San Marzano tomatoes. I don't know what it is about the San Marzano tomato, but like whenever I look at like the most beneficial foods for you, when it comes to tomatoes, San Marzanos are supposed to be at the top. And so I like to use them in my cooking. And I do like Roma tomatoes in general. So I was happy to see this one, and I'm gonna attempt to like grow this one. I'm not sure if she's gonna be a windowsill star. We're gonna see. I might move her around a little bit, but I don't want this plant to like perish, so I'm going to be looking after her. My thing with the outdoor plants is that I get really happy. I just bring way too much in, more than I know how to take care of, more than I actually have the will to take care of, if I'm being honest. And so just having one main plant that produces a fruit, I think is going to be enough for me this year. I actually grew okra last year. So if my okra comes back, and I saved some okra seed pods, so maybe I'll do that. I probably should have started these seeds earlier, but you know, you live and you learn. I also have a warming mat, like a seed mat. So I could try to speed that process up. I just need to do it like this week, since we're like at the beginning of May. Plants that fruit take so much energy, like not only energy and like resources from like the sun and water, but like they take a lot of maintenance. I just have not been in a space to like really maintain outdoor plants in the same way that I maintain my indoor plants. And even with some of the indoor plants, some of them not here anymore because they've passed on. Okay, I need low maintenance plants, or plants that I know that I can take care of with very little effort. I mean, ideally those are low maintenance plants, but what are low maintenance plants for me might not be low maintenance for the average person, as long as I can take care of it. And I'm hoping that just one tomato plant this year I'll have some success with, and hopefully she will fruit and we will have some San Marzano tomatoes at some point this summer. So we'll be sure to keep you updated on this plant in particular. Really excited for her. And just one plant too, I'm thinking like if I keep it in the windowsill, or kind of like go back and forth from keeping it in a spot outside and then bringing it back in the house or something, I'll be able to like monitor it and actually trim it, and it's not like all crammed up with a bunch of other plants and I'm not paying attention to it. I just don't want to like forget about any of the plants, you know, at this point. I want to be very intentional with the things that I'm bringing in to care for, so that I'm not wasting my money, but I'm also like reaping all of the benefits of these plants. And like, I want to eat some San Marzano tomatoes that I've grown this year. I want to eat some herbs from a windowsill herb garden that I've created. This is my haul. I'm going to start washing my greens right now so that I can get these all cut up and get my soup going, because if I wait, all this stuff is just gonna wilt in the fridge. So I'm gonna get I already got my giant pot on the stove. You see it right there, my red daddy over there on the stove. I have my giant crock pot container, not because I'm gonna cook it. I'm actually gonna cook this stuff on top of the stove, but it's one of the larger containers I have to actually give all this stuff a good vinegar bath, so I can get it washed up and then cut all the produce up. Start stir frying some of my greens that I want to eat for the week, and getting my chamomile and all that stuff ready to be dry. I'm really excited about this. This will be my first time, I think I mentioned this, my first time drying chamomile. I have dried mint before. I actually have some mint powder that I ground up a while ago from some mint leaves that I had. And I think I ground it a little bit too fine because it's just like dust right now. But I do use it in my teas occasionally, so that's pretty nice. That is all I have for this video. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more plant content just like this. And if you want to see the adventures I'm going to be getting into with my indoor garden, my herb garden, my tomato plant, and some other things, flowers and whatnot this summer, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!